What is up, guys? This is Syphic coming back again with another pickups video. The SoCal Retro Gaming Expo has come and gone, and I gotta say it was an awesome experience. It was actually a lot of fun, and the turnout was better than I thought it was gonna be. Both days were pretty packed, good crowds, made a lot of deals and sold a lot of good stuff. And yeah, I was able to move a lot of duplicates that I've been wanting to kind of just, clean up in the collection and stuff I didn't play. And most of it went, but I still have a lot of stuff that didn't move that I will still make deals further down the line. So I kind of wanted to show you guys what I picked up there and other pickups along the way. Got some pretty amazing stuff, I might add. I don't even know where to start, actually. There's so much good stuff here, and I still have some more stuff coming in the mail. But I decided to just go ahead and do a video since I haven't done one in about a month. So I wanted to kind of show you guys what I got. So let's start off with the SoCal Retro Gaming Expo pickups. A game I was like so happy. Actually, I already had the game. I needed the box, and the box is really pricey. And box copies of this game don't really come around too often. I think the last one I saw on eBay went for about $150, $180, maybe, if I remember. And that box was for East Book 1 and 2. I already had the game and the map, and some dude was walking around with a case full of stuff. This guy had like 2 boxed Earthbounds and Mega Man X's in the box for the Super Nintendo, and this was in there with some other TurboGrafx titles, but I didn't need anything but this box. He didn't want to separate or part it out, so I was able to get this for $100, which is a very fair deal. Because then I can just go ahead and sell my copy with its manual for a chunk of that and get my money back, or some of the money back. But to get this game in the box is really tough. This box is really hard to come by, and to be able to add this box to the collection, I was super excited. I mean, I was ecstatic that I was able to find that there. A cool local guy that we met through Instagram makes these cool little cutouts, and he brought one of these up to our booth and let us have one. It's kind of cool. He's on Instagram as Tech FM Box, I believe is his name. Really cool guy, and I think he bought a couple of items at our booth as well, so that was really cool. My Bro Air Force Shield came through on an item that I wasn't sure I'd ever find on its own. And as you recall on my last video, I picked up that really mint duo, and the only thing it's missing is its strip, the little black Obi strip that goes on it, and the coupon book. And my boy Air Force Shields happened to have the coupon book complete, so that was really cool. So now I just need the black strip for the duo, and it's ultra complete, like everything, all the paperwork and everything. So I just needed the Turbo Duo coupon book. Basically comes with a bunch of $5 off coupons for games, and you'd mail these in, and yeah, you'd get a discount. So that's pretty cool to add to the collection. My brother Brian had a booth there as well, promoting a raffle and some other stuff that he's was selling off, and he had something at his booth that I thought was kind of neat, and I asked him, if what was the bro price on it, and he said I could have it, and it's actually pretty cool. It's a Mega Drive battery pack. Basically, you charge this battery pack, and then you can plug in your cell phone or whatever you want. Whenever you run out of juice and you're out in the middle of nowhere, you can plug it right into this thing, and it'll charge up your phone. 9,000 amps on this thing. I think most cell phones come with like 2,700 to 3,000, so this should power up, a lot of stuff. And basically, it's a Mega Drive. It looks like a little Mega Drive unit. It has its cool little cover, and you can kind of see it in the back. It has a power lighting on here, which is really cool. And I think I'm going to keep it in the box and just leave it as is. But this is an awesome gift, and I was super ecstatic to get this. I was kind of eyeballing it, and was able to finally snatch that up from him, and it was a nice gift. Thank you, Brian, for that. And I made a pretty awesome deal with one of the local bros, Alan J. Vintage Games and Toys. Got a really cool connection with a kind of rare item, actually. And this guy had a lot of these, and I was able to snatch up 3 of them. And that is Turtles in Time for the Super Nintendo. Now, this isn't just your regular Turtles in Time. This is the not for resale version of it. On top here it says not for resale, demo only, and these are all uncirculated. They all came from a box. They all came with their little covers, which I put away. All the pins are like new mint. These were like never ever taken out of the box, and I didn't get just one. I got 2 and 3. So these will be up for trade. I'm going to keep one, and then the other 2 will be up for trade. So once again, Turtles in Time Not For Resale demo carts, and I've got 3 of them. So glad to pick these up. These are really cool. Those are for the Super Nintendo. My buddy Juan, who also has a channel on YouTube called Secret Game Stash, came across a lot of Saturn titles at the swap meet. And I definitely needed this title, and he was able to hook it up, and that was Panzer Dragoon for the Sega Saturn. He had part 2 as well, but somebody already had called dibs on that one, so yeah, he hooked it up with this one. Game is in pretty good shape, and I don't have this one, so it's nice to add this to the collection as well. My buddy David Kim, aka Shaq Funaki on YouTube, came over the night before the expo, and we made a trade for some boxes. I had a bunch of turbo boxes, as you saw in the previous video, and some of the boxes he needed, so we made a pretty fair trade. I thought both parties were pretty happy. I was able to complete the Mega Man set. I was able to get Mega Man 4 for the NES, so now I have all the Mega Mans 1 through 6, which is pretty cool. And he hooked it up with a boxed copy of RC Pro-Am 2 for the NES. Pretty nice title to add to the collection. The box is in okay shape. It's missing one of the flaps on the inside of here, but other than that, it's pretty nice, and it's holding up pretty well on this box protector that he hooked it up with as well. So RC Pro-Am 2, another kind of about an $80 to $100 game, but in the box probably worth a little bit more. So thank you, David, for that, and always good trades with that guy. Not long ago, actually, on the previous video, I had picked up an R-Type box, but it was kind of beat up. And I happened to see a listing for a guy selling some sealed games, and I was actually able to get R-Type sealed for a really nice price, actually, a really, really good price. So I was able to pass on that R-Type to my buddy and keep this sealed copy for myself, and it is in mint shape, no crushing or anything. And same seller also had Victory Run, which is another game that I needed the box for. I was able to get this game pretty cheap, and I was able to actually sell Victory Run and recoup pretty much the majority of the money for what I got this for. And this is another title that I needed boxed. So Victory Run, new in the box. Another box I was able to knock out of the remaining games that I needed. I was actually able to make this deal on one of the TurboGrafx PC Engine Facebook groups. Gotta say, it's one of the better groups of the bunch. I'll post a link below. Definitely join that group. I met a dude on there. I had posted on there that was needing a few boxes, and if anyone had them, and he happened to have Falcon, which is another title that I needed for the set. He actually had this sealed. But he said I gave him a reason to open it up and, you know, pop her out. So he opened it up, kept the game in the manual, and he hooked it up with the box and the tray. So I was able to, you know, box my copy of Falcon. So that was really, really cool of him. And actually, he happened to have 3 trays, actually, which are pretty hard to come by. These are like gold. You never see these pop up. And these are the trays that go inside of the last 21 releases for the TurboGrafx. Didn't come in actual cases. It was basically just the tray. The hue card would come inside here, and the manual would be in here, and then this just went in the box. So these are pretty hard to find. Everyone would probably just toss them out and stuff like that. So I'm going to keep these in case some of the remaining games that I need don't come with the trays, and I'll have some backup trays here. So thanks a lot again, and check that Facebook group out. I'll post a link below. Also, a couple of items from that group as well. One of the local bros in there was actually getting rid of a couple of titles, and one of them was Air Zonk. This one was priced pretty cheap, so I couldn't pass it up. I already have this game, but I'll find a home for it with one of the local bros that I'm pretty sure are looking for and needing this. And this game is manual and the game, which is pretty cool. And so thank you for that deal. And that came from the same Facebook group as well. And another gentleman, all the way from Europe, actually. I'm a huge fan of the pirate, I guess, Japanese bootleg games that they produced for the PC Engine back in the day. And he happened to get one in a lot, and I asked him if he was willing to trade it, and he actually just said, you can have it. Sent it for free. I offered to pay shipping. He declined, and I got this actually really quick. I think it took like a few days, like 3 or 4 days, maybe a week. That was Armed Formation F. And these are bootleg PC Engine games. They're made by a company called King. and so it'll say King on here, and it'll say King on here. In the back, instead of PC Engine Hue card, it just says PC Engine Game. I love these. I think these are so cool, and they look almost like the real thing. If you look at the Hue cards, they look like regular Hue cards. Obviously, they're a little cheaper. Most of them have stickers instead of silkscreen, and a lot of times the back parts starts coming off as they were not made, you know, like high quality and stuff. So, let's see here. I picked up a Avenue Pad 6. Now this one is it's like new and everything. The only thing is it was sold as broken. As 2-player mode, it works perfectly fine, but when you try to switch it to 6-player mode, it doesn't work. So I'm going to open it up and fiddle with it. Maybe broken trace or something. Who knows? I'll try to mess with that and see if I can get that going. It's only $10 shipped, so that was kind of cool. There was also another dude that I've met on the internet, on Instagram actually, is also in that Facebook group as well. He had a few titles here that he was selling, and he offered them I thought pretty cheap, and I'll definitely find good homes for these. First off was the Hudson CD Music Collection. This one is sealed and never been opened, and these you were able to get with the cover and the back cover as well. Mine has the front cover and back cover, but I guess towards the end they were just sending them out like this. They were promotional. They have songs from various different TurboGrafx games. Legend of Heroes, Dragon Slayer, Lords of Thunder, Riot Zone, Dungeon Explorer 2, just a Record Lotus Award, just a bunch of tracks, I guess, that were on various PC Engine games. And also with that was Valis 3, just a CD only. So I'll try to see if I can, find the back and the cover for that, or if someone needs a loose copy, I got that. And a pretty rare title that I already have, but I couldn't pass up on it, and that's another copy of Cotton. It's just a disc only, so hopefully I'll either be able to piece this together, or if someone out there needs this and they have the manual and the insert, this will be for trade as well. So that was pretty cool, and the price was really nice, so to pick that up. Also, just got rid of a PC Engine Duo R at the convention, and sure enough, one popped up on eBay for about $100. Came with the controller only, and it was actually here in the States and was listed as broken. Got it in, tested it out, and it does fire up, does play the game. The only thing is the graphics are garbled, so maybe there's a bad RAM chip or something like that. So I'll be sending this off to get it repaired, and this will be up for sale or for trade as well. I got this for $100 plus shipping, which is about $115. Came with the white controller, but no AV cable and no AC cable, but those shouldn't be too hard to find. So this will be up for sale or for trade. I had to jump on it for $100. I mean, you can't beat that. Last but not least, this probably deserves a full video on its own. The story was actually pretty crazy, and I ended up with a couple of pretty rare items actually. Somebody actually found these in I guess in their CDs while they were purging out their collection. They happened to go on the internet and Google these items, and one of my previous videos popped up, so they contacted me right away. And I gave them the info on what I know about these items, and he actually had thrown them up on eBay, but I gave him a really nice offer, and told him they'd be going to a good home, and he actually ended the listing, and I was able to get these for a pretty nice price. And these are basically, I don't think these are like prototype like some of the other ones that I have. These look like they might be final builds. First off is John Madden Duo CD Football. As you can see, it says John Madden Duo CD Football. I'm not sure what the MS stands for. It says number 1 here, and then it has a date of 10/18/93. Now I have seen other ones on the web that have a number, like a different number, so maybe there was like a few of these printed and written out and then maybe sent to magazines or something, who knows. But yeah, I was able to get John Madden Duo CD Football, and the one that was the one that I needed, that I had to have. And I've seen earlier numbers of this one as well, and this is Dungeon Explorer 2. This one has an MS on here and 9993, and this is numbered number 11. I did see this one on the internet and was listed basically, I think I saw number 7 out there, so I don't know if this is a high number or low number, who knows. But basically these are I think they're final builds. I don't think these are prototypes, because some of the prototypes that I do have build numbers on them. So yeah, so that was really, really cool. Very thankful that these ended up in good hands, and I'll definitely be keeping these in the collection for years to come. So I'll do a video shortly of just these, and so you guys can check them out. I know they might look like they're just burned discs, but there's actually more to them than that. These are actually pressed. And back in the day, you couldn't just burn CDs. Back in the days of the turbo CD burners were not out there for everybody. So yeah, these are actually pressed discs, which is kind of cool. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Actually, you know what? There's actually one more thing, and it's a little shameless plug for my buddy. Also on that Facebook group is a guy named John Stover. He actually makes really cool repro boxes, and I think I've shown him before. And he had a bunch of them made for me. And I wanted to show him here. He calls himself Megabox Productions, so you can look him up on Facebook and on Instagram. And one of the ones he made for me was Magical Chase. And as far as you guys know, that Keith Courage never came with a box, but he actually made a box for it. So that's Keith Courage. They're really cool. They're cut out nice as well. You just got to glue them yourself, but they're actually really cool. And he does these sometimes. These are matte, like a matte finish. He used to do them glossy, but I guess the place he used to do them at is not letting him do them anymore. But I got some glossy NES ones like Zombie Nation, Chippendales 2, The Jetsons. I got a Flintstones Dinosaur Peak one, Mighty Final Fight, and a Power Blade 2. And of course, he's legit. Always puts this is a reproduction box on here, so you know that they're not real, of course. And of course you could tell because they'd be matte finish. The shinier ones are a little bit closer to the real thing, but yeah, they're cut out really nice. Just got to glue them together. And these are priced really well, so if you guys need any stuff like that, just to make your loose copies look a little nicer on the shelf, definitely hit him up. And I'll post a link below as well if you guys want to get in contact with the guy. Tell him Syphic or Oscar sent you. Maybe he'll give you guys a little deal or something. So that's about it, guys. Someone's calling me, so I gotta go. Until next time, guys, this is Syphic signing out, and hopefully you guys are having some awesome pickups out there as well. I know it's kind of dry out there, but as you can see, there's still a lot of stuff out there waiting to be found. So, yeah, until the next time, this is Syphic signing out. Lates.